Hi everyone, it's Natalie B. Welcome back to my channel. I know I've been gone. I had a little mini hiatus, but I am back, and I am back with a brow video. So if you want to know how to do this cute, defined, somewhat Instagram brow, please continue to watch this video, like and subscribe to my channel, and hit the bell for future notifications. And without further ado, let's begin. Okay, so as you can see, I pretty much have a full face going on, but I don't have any brows. I know, I look crazy. It is crazy because you can do your full face, but if your brows look untamed or like crazy, it's just, all this is for nothing. Because honestly, when people see your face, your brows are the first thing that they see. Those are the anchors of your face. So you kind of want to, it doesn't necessarily have to be like that Instagram brow, but you want to at least like clean it a little bit, if that makes sense. But personally, my brow style is kind of in between like a dramatic Instagram brow to a somewhat tame brow. I don't know, I can't even explain it. Like, I'm not overly dramatic, but I am dramatic, if that makes sense. So I have a couple of items that I use. In today's video, I'm going to be using this brow pencil by Wet n Wild. It's the retractable brow pencil, the ultimate brow. It's like a thicker pencil. It's like equivalent to the Anastasia brow definer, if you're familiar with that product. So it's like a thicker triangular pencil there. And I'm going to be using that. I'm going to also be using Tinted Brow Gel by Anastasia Beverly Hills. The color I'm using is chocolate. And by the way, the pencil's color is dark brown. So dark brown and chocolate. Also, rule of thumb with brows, you don't want your brows to be too dark. Then it's really going to be the focal point of your face, and that's when you look crazy and it looks like you have like the Sharpie eyebrows, and we do not want the Sharpie eyebrows. So you kind of want to get like, if you really have super dark brows, I still say do a dark brown. If you must do a black, do a soft black, but I still say do a dark brown, because when you end up highlighting your brows, it's gonna already look dark, so you don't want to get a dark pencil. Get it? Okay, anyway, we are going to start. Now, most brow pencils have like a spoolie end, and it's very important because before you do your brows, you want to brush your brow hairs up like this. I'm gonna do that to both of my brows. So you're brushing your brow hairs up so you could get the shape of your brows. Now, the other end with the pencil, you want to start by literally outlining the bottom of your brows. Sorry, I'm just going to grab the mirror a little close to me. So just take your time. Okay, do like soft strokes. You don't have to do anything harsh. You're literally going to follow the direction of the way your brow naturally grows. You know, unless you completely hate that and you just want to make your own brow, that's when it's going to be like super dramatic. You can go ahead by all means, but we're going to just do it simple. Oh, and by the way, I didn't tell you guys, I'm going to actually show you 2 ways to do a brow really quickly. This first way, it's not going to be as quick as the second way that I'm going to teach you, so bear with me. So once you're done outlining the bottom of your brow, now you're going to brush your brow hairs down. Okay, so I brush my brow hairs down. I hope you can see. Okay. Now you're going to outline the top of your brows. Again, this is just important for you to literally follow the direction of your brows. Like, unless you are like super awesome and you can slay a brow and you don't care about the brow shape, do that. But if you are a beginner into brows, just pay attention to the way, just pay attention to the shape of your brows and pay attention to the shape of your brows and pay attention to how the hair grows. So yeah, once you're done outlining the top of your brows, you're going to get the spoolie end again, and then you're going to brush your brow hairs back into place. And now you pretty much have almost a completed brow. You'll just see like the sparse areas where you can fill in, and that's when you would go in to fill in your brows, like so. And the reason why I like using this pencil, not that like it's my favorite, I do love like a really ultra thin pencil so I can get like hair-like strokes. This is just like easy for me because it's easy for anyone because the pencil is thicker and you can literally just fill in. It's like super simple. So you're literally just at this point coloring in, you know, filling in the dots, or like think of like when you were a kid and you had the coloring books, color damn picture, color your brows, you know. Okay, so the tricky part is when you get to the front of the brows, because I don't know if you've ever paid attention how some people's brows look a little boxy. Yeah, that's when they're too intense with the brow pencil, and the brow pencil's giving you all that color, and then at that point it's gonna look a little boxy. Like, you see my brows are starting to look a little boxy themselves, but we'll fix that. So once you get to this point, you want to go back to the spoolie end and you want to blend the product. Okay, so we're going to blend the product to literally the direction of the brow, right? Like towards the end of the brow. You're just blending the product in to your brows so it can look as natural as possible. Now, the beginning of the brow is looking boxy. Instead of blending the product towards the end, you're going to blend the product the opposite direction, like so. Now at this point, it's literally how would I explain this? It's literally like the box shape is pretty much gone at this point, and now your brow looks a little more blended, and at the same time it's kind of giving you that ombre effect. So you ever see where the beginning of someone's brows look feathered? It's pretty much them just, you know, messing around with this spoolie. And that's pretty much it, like your brow in a nutshell. And this is the brow without being cleaned with concealer. Okay, so we're going to now clean it with concealer, so now you can see that the shape will be even more defined. But if you want to kind of have more of a natural brow, you could stop right here and not even mess around with concealer. But if you do want to have more of like that defined, almost Instagram brow, then you would go in with the concealer. So the concealer I'll be using is the Smashbox Studio Skin 24-Hour Waterproof Concealer. That is a mouthful. Now with this one, the doe foot applicator is a little big, so I have to be super careful because I did all of this work and I kind of don't want to mess up my brows. So I'm going to be super careful. It's all about just applying a really small amount. Honestly, there's other concealers that are better, but this happens to be the concealer I have on hand. So we're going to make it work. Okay, just be super careful. So you're going to now apply that concealer at the bottom of your brow. Same time, I'm going to get my brush hand ready. And then you're going to get the same concealer, and now you're going to outline the top of your brow. Again, same thing. You want to be super careful. I want you guys to see. I'm going to try to position this where you guys can see and at the same time I could see. I don't know, but let's see. Just applying a really light layer on top of the brow. It's not the cleanest, but it doesn't matter. We're about to clean it. Okay. So once you're done with that step, you will get now a concealer brush. I have this old school concealer brush from Sephora collection. And now we're just literally cleaning up that concealer. We're blending it to like the foundation that's already on our face. And then the concealer on the bottom, you're doing the same thing. Okay. So this is going to give you like that highlighted look, especially because, you know, the concealer that you use, obviously it's lighter than your foundation. So it's giving you, again, that highlighted look where the lights naturally hit your face. So it's going to look, you know, defined and sculpted. And boom. This is kind of a defined brow in a nutshell. And literally like, I don't know, 10 minutes. 10 minutes, you could say. And bam, you got your brow. And you see the difference between this side and that side of my face? Okay, so now we're going into the second method. Again, I mean, the brow hairs are still brushed up, but I'm just gonna brush them up just one more time. Instead of going immediately with your pencil, get a highlighter pencil. So instead of this time instead of, actually I'm going to use both highlighters. I'm going to use a liquid highlighter and a brow highlighter pencil. The reason why, because this highlighter pencil is too light for me, so I'm going to have to go in with this on top of it just to kind of dial down this color, if that makes sense. For a brow pencil that would favor my skin tone, it would be like the Anastasia Pro Pencil number 3, but I do not have that. I have so many brow pencils and none of them match me. They're like, I have some for my kid and then I have some for myself, and I was just like, whatever. I mean, some of them like I got when they were sent to me, and then some of them I bought, so I was just like, I'm not gonna waste it, I'm gonna make it work. So anyway, I'm on a tangent. So you get like your concealer pencil, and now you're just gonna outline the bottom of your brow. Try to do this as close as possible to the bottom of your brow, because this in essence is going to be taking over this in reality if you have the correct color pencil. But because I don't have the correct color pencil, I'm going to use both. But if you have the correct color pencil, you don't need to use two concealers. Okay, I hope that made sense. It was a mouthful, whatever. Anywho, so now you see I have the outline of my brows. Now we're just gonna go in and fill in. So this method is super easy, and it's also amazing if you're like on the go and you kind of just want to do brows really quick, and at the same time you also want it to look, you know, snatched and defined. Definitely do this method. Like, I pretty much am done with the bottom of my brows. I'm just being a stickler and just going over, but I really don't have to. Spoolie again, brush brow hairs down. We're going to outline the top just like we did before with the other brow. Like I said, it's very important that you pay attention to the way your brows are shaped and how the hairs are behaving. Boom. Brow, brow. Get the spoolie again and brush the brow hairs back into place. And now you pretty much see the shape of your brows. Again, it's all about filling in the areas that are missing. Sorry guys if I have the mirror blocking. And also, I also want your guys' feedback, because today I'm using some new equipment. I'm using a microphone, so if the sound sounds better, it's because of the microphone. I'm actually borrowing my boyfriend's microphone, so tell me if you think it's something that I should definitely invest in, because actually I'm gonna invest in it, but still, I still want your feedback. Talk to me. This is a community. I want you to let me know if my videos are getting better and what I can do to improve. And not only that, I'm using one of his lenses. It's a Sigma lens, and I'm in love. I'm not even gonna lie to you guys. I'm super in love with this lens. It's an investment. I'm definitely gonna probably get the microphone first, but the lens is not too far behind. Okay, so we're doing the same things that we did with this brow, where we're now blending the hairs, well, the product with our eyebrow hairs. And remember, with the when we first start blending, we're blending towards the end of the brows. Sorry, I'm just coloring. I'm just adding a little bit more product. Okay, so we're blending. When we're blending, we're using the spoolie towards the end of the brows, and then when we kind of want to lessen that box shape in the front, we are blending the product on the opposite direction, you know, boom, like that, right? The reason why this brow is looking darker than this brow is because I haven't yet fully highlighted this brow, but I was still feeling just a little bit more. Get closer to. Okay. All right, so now this is the fun part. Now to blend in a product like this, you can use the same concealer brush that I used earlier, which is like a small dome shaped type of brush, or you can use a flat brush like this. Okay, and I also have the Anastasia version, which is a little bit bigger, so if you see the difference in the brush sizes. Okay, so the Anastasia number 20 brush, it's amazing for this type of type of method, but I won't be using it because this is my kit brush. Okay, this is the brush that I own. It's smaller. What I will say is, whenever you use a smaller version of a brush, the more precision it requires. So you kind of want to be careful. So I always say get a bigger brush. But you know, we could do this. So we're just literally blending in. Okay, minor difficulties. Camera shut off. Gotta figure out where I left off. Okay, so we did the second brow using the pencil that did not match me. We outlined the bottom of the brow first, then filled it in with the brow pencil. Once we were done filling in the bottom of the brow, we used a spoolie to brush it down, outlined the top, put the brow hairs into place, filled in everything, blended the product by literally using this spoolie towards the end of the brow. And then as far as blending the product in the beginning of the brow and making it look less boxy, we're now using the spoolie on the opposite direction. So we are now using the same pencil that does not match me, outlined the top of this brow, and I started to blend it. As you can see, on camera, I don't think, like, picking it up on camera as I'm looking, yeah, you see the color, but in real life it's even lighter in my opinion. But here we go, we're still blending. We're using like the smaller flat brush, and we are blending. And now we're going to do the same method we did with this brow, where we had added the concealer that, you know, is a little bit better in color, the liquid one. We're gonna just do those same 3 dots that I did on the bottom of my brow. And again, we're going to blend this product in with our concealer brush. And again, I swear this method is a lot easier. It's because I'm using two different concealers. I'm gonna probably do this video where you can see how this method is easier with a brow pencil that more so matches me. Okay, I'm just now cleaning it. Now I'm just pretty much making sure that both brows are somewhat related, because they are not twins. They are. Okay, so camera cut off again. Yay, I'm having a great day. But anywho, I'm pretty sure that I left off of saying like the pencil method is a little bit easier, and then I'm gonna probably do another video with a pencil that actually fits my skin tone, so I'm not using two different concealers and it's not throwing you off. But as you can see, I pretty much blended, and I think I left off with saying that brows are not twins. They're sisters, sometimes it's in cousins, but you want to try to make sure that the shape is as symmetrical as possible. Again, it's not going to be perfect, and it's okay. It's not like, honestly, it's fine. And if someone is like all up in your face like, oh yeah, brows don't match up, like, and I'm like, yours don't either, I'm pretty sure. So like, and I doubt someone's gonna be up in your face like that, because their brows probably don't match up as well. But anyway, we are now done in essence with a brow. Like, how simple is that? Like, the last step of course is adding this brow gel on it, just to make sure like the hairs stay in place. And if you're like someone that's probably new to makeup, if you do your brows, at some point you're probably gonna rub your eyes and you're gonna forget like, oh shit, I got makeup on, and then boop, there goes my brows. So this is going to at least help a little bit. I mean, there are more products on the market that's actually a little bit better, like products that are smudge proof, waterproof, all that jazz. We could get into that. And I was actually thinking about doing a whole brow series, honestly, because today all I used was a brow pencil and pretty much like a brow gel over it. I definitely want to do like, you know, how you would do a brow if you were using a pomade. How would you do a brow if you were using powder? And there's even like this product that I even got and one of my BoxyCharms, where it's like a mousse type of product. Like, actually it's like the product is soaked in a sponge, and you literally dip the brush down to get the product, and then you would draw on your brow with that product. I think I did a little bit in a tutorial using that BoxyCharm box, but I could probably do like a video where I actually sat down and just concentrated on that product itself. So I'm thinking about possibly doing a brow series, how to do brows with different type of products. If you are interested, please let me know in the comments. Again, like, I just want to know if you guys are interested. It's also going to help me, you know, get more ideas on videos to do for this channel. I definitely want this to be super interactive, and I definitely want videos that you guys are going to benefit from, and videos that you guys are going to like, and you know, that you're gonna gravitate towards, you know. Again, I kind of added a little bit too much of that brow gel in the beginning. So what am I doing? This spoolie, brushing it towards the beginning of the brow, just to, again, give you that ombre effect and lessen any type of harshness. So let me just, last minute touches, yeah, just going to make sure this is a little bit more highlighted and get a little bit of concealer. Be careful, just that little area. Concealer brush. Again, this is literally just your brow, and you could do this in under 10 minutes, honestly. I mean, this method is a lot more quicker. This one is more so you drawing on your brow, and I'm like critiquing it as I'm talking. I'm like, I could have drew this a little bit better. I'm just cleaning up, so I'm gonna use that brow pencil that does not match me, just to clean this up just a little bit. And it's only because I haven't done my brows in like what, 2 years professionally, so I have like a lot of untamed hairs, so I have to conceal a lot. Okay, so this is just me and trying to be like, you know, Mrs. Perfect, you know. It's not that important, it's not that deep, but you know, I'm on camera, so I kind of want to make it look cute. But anywho, this is your brows in a nutshell. It's my version of a defined, soft Instagram brow, because you can definitely get this extra, you know, carved out, extra defined. Like, it's defined, but I feel as if it's still work appropriate, you know. It's just like, oh, she got her brows done and she looks cute. But anywho, let me know what you think. I hope this video helped. Again, this is just the beginning. If you want me to do more brow videos and have a whole brow series, please let me know in the comments. Like and subscribe to my channel. Thank you for watching. See you next time. Oh yeah, and hit the bell for future notifications. Okay, see you next time.